From South Jersey to Delaware and Delaware County to right here in Philadelphia, thousands of people taking part in dozens of No King's Day demonstrations today. The protesters voiced their opposition to what they call the Trump administration's authoritarian policies. It is Saturday night. I'm Walter Perez. The big story in Action News is the widespread demonstrations to Trump's military parade here in the Delaware Valley and across the country as well. Large groups came together to march from Love Park to the rally at the Philadelphia Museum of Art this afternoon. Action News reporter Becca Henriksen joins us live from the Ben Franklin Parkway with much more. Becca.
Walter, organizers estimate that up to 100,000 people marched right here on the Parkway as a part of this movement, supporting different causes, anything from women's rights to immigration rights, it all ending with a rally at the Art Museum behind me. Marching from Love Park to the Art Museum, thousands of protesters hoping to make a statement on President Donald Trump's 79th birthday.
Philadelphia is the epicenter of American democracy. This is where the birthplace of our Declaration of Independence happened, and it's important we send a message that we do not do kings in America.
The nationwide protest has been named No King's Day, the title to counter the president's agenda and military parades scheduled for this evening.
I think that's awful. That's what authoritarians do.
It is a notable day in the country. Besides the president's birthday, it's also Flag Day and the 250th birthday of the Army.
I don't think it's about celebrating the Army. I think this is about him and his birthday. I think he's politicizing and weaponizing our Army right now, our military.
Many of the marchers carried signs supporting different causes.
When I was first married, it was 1974, I couldn't have a credit card in my name. I could be on my husband's, but I couldn't have a credit card in my name.
Some chose this as a teaching moment for the next generation.
They need to see democracy in action, and democracy is people coming out and protesting when unjust things happen.
The march ended with a rally at Aiken's Oval.
We who believe in freedom cannot rest.
Where speakers gave their thoughts on the state of the country.
You've seen 89 years of this country. How do you describe this era that we're in?
Devastating. I mean, really striking at all the things that our country has stood for.
So many families and people of all ages coming out here to the Parkway to peacefully protest. Philadelphia, by the way, is one of an estimated 2,000 cities nationwide participating in the No Kings movement today. Live here on the Parkway, Becca Henriksen, Channel 6 Action News. Walter?
Okay, Becca, thank you. Meanwhile, the son of civil rights icon Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. attended the No King's Day rally in Philadelphia. He spoke about the importance of peaceful protests in today's heated political climate.
Someday, Dad would say this. I have to keep saying it, can't say it enough. We must learn nonviolence, or we might face non-existence.
Demonstrators in Delaware County also came out in droves today. A large group gathered outside the Delaware County Courthouse in Media this afternoon. Some people painted their hands red so they could put the handprints there on the American flag display. And protesters converged on the State House Annex in Trenton, New Jersey as well this afternoon. The demonstrators carried umbrellas along with signs as they marched through the rain. And in South Jersey, protesters gathered in Ocean City this afternoon. They welcomed vehicles driving into the short town along Stainton Memorial Causeway East. Some people held up American flags along with signs criticizing the Trump administration. And No King's Day demonstrations also taking place in Newcastle County, Delaware. It happened outside of Old College on the campus of the University of Delaware. The group then marched down Main Street while chanting and holding signs. Well, the Grand Military Parade is set to get underway in just about half an hour in Washington, D.C. We're taking a live look at the National Mall, where celebrations to mark the 250th birthday of the U.S. Army have been happening all day. The Army's birthday festival includes a fitness competition, military demonstrations, and vehicle exhibitions. People were also given the opportunity to handle an assortment of unloaded military weaponry. Festivities conclude with a major parade right now that includes military hardware and fireworks as well. The events happen to coincide with President Donald Trump's 79th birthday. Please download the free 6ABC app to get all the latest updates about today's demonstrations. There you can also find a timeline of events along with a look at the protests across the country. All right, turning now to our first check of the AccuWeather forecast. There's an air quality alert in place because of a wildfire burning in Burlington County. That fire, located near Carranza Memorial in Chemung Township, has now burned 5,000 acres, but is now 60% contained. 5 structures are threatened. A campground was evacuated. A section of the Batona Trail remains closed tonight as well. Meteorologist Brittany Boyer joins us live with our first check of the AccuWeather forecast tonight. Brittany.
And some locations have definitely noticed the smoke in the air today. We have seen some improvements compared to earlier this morning, but we are still seeing some very unhealthy to even hazardous air conditions, specifically into parts of Maryland, also here into parts of Delaware. A lot of our area remains under an air quality alert until midnight tonight. Here you can see it, Philadelphia, some of the northwestern suburbs, South Jersey, and also Delaware. As I mentioned, this is until midnight, but an air quality alert has already been issued for tomorrow for Delaware. So we're going to be watching that situation. One reason why we're dealing with the poor air quality, we mentioned that fire that's burning. We have a northeasterly wind, so those winds are blowing inland, not too gusty with our wind speeds, mostly up to about 15 miles per hour, but that northeasterly wind is why we're dealing with some of the hazardous air quality across the region. A lot of clouds also with that onshore flow. You can see scattered showers are mostly off to our west. We're going to kind of do things all over again here tomorrow. Notice our temperatures for Father's Day staying on the cooler side, 60s and low 70s at best. So what you need to know as we head into the end of the weekend and also Monday, still some showers and also drizzle at times that we're going to be dealing with the next 2 days. Staying cool, temperatures really just struggling to reach 70. And if you're looking for brighter skies, Walter, I'm sure you are, we have that in the midweek forecast. I'll have details on that coming up in a few minutes.
There's always brighter skies coming.
Yes, just have to wait.
That's right. Thank you, Brittany. A pedestrian accident involving 2 young people on a scooter in Aston, Delaware County is under investigation tonight. It happened at about 2 p.m. near Concord Road and Lair Boulevard. Action News reporter Katie Mazur has more from Aston tonight. Katie.
And Walter, police are calling what happened here a tragic accident. The scene has cleared now, but I do want to show you right here behind me. You can still see some remnants of the investigation that police were conducting earlier. And this is what the scene looked like just after 2 p.m. today. Police say 2 juveniles riding on one scooter were involved in an accident with a driver in Aston. This happened near Concord Road and Lair Boulevard. Police say the 2 juveniles are in critical condition. They were taken to a local hospital. People in the area say they are upset to hear about what happened.
It's terrible. You can't help but feel bad for them. I mean, regardless of fault, you got to feel horrible for them and the families. On Concord Road especially, there's no sidewalk that they're on. There's no shoulder. So they're kind of in the lane, so you got to sometimes wait for traffic to pass coming towards you to be able to go around them.
It's scary. Something that quick can change everything. You don't know. It's very, very scary.
Now, police are continuing to investigate. They do say the driver remained on scene. We'll keep you updated as soon as we get any more information. Reporting live in Aston, Katie Mazur, Channel 6, Action News. Walter?
All right, Katie, thank you. Police in Wilmington are searching for the gunman who shot 2 men. It happened after 1:30 this afternoon at 4th and Franklin Streets. Detectives say the 2 victims were sitting in a car when the gunman shot them repeatedly. The victims tried to drive away but crashed. A 26-year-old man was shot at least 7 times and is now hospitalized in critical condition. The other victim, a 35-year-old man, is listed as stable. No word tonight on a possible motive. A deadly shooting in Kensington is under investigation tonight. It happened along the 400 block of East Cambria Street at about 12:30 this morning. Police found a 42-year-old man had been shot repeatedly inside his home. He was pronounced dead at the scene. So far, no arrests have been made. Well, this morning, police in Philadelphia found the missing 18-year-old from Cheltenham Township who went missing on Tuesday night. Authorities say Kyle Adrusko has autism and is nonverbal. His family just moved to the area this week. Officials say Kyle is back home and uninjured. Much more to come on Action News. Officials continue to search for the gunman who shot 2 Minnesota lawmakers and their spouses. What they're learning about the suspect. Also, a new Gateway Plaza opens at FDR Park in South Philadelphia following the completion of a 10-year improvement project. Plus, we explain what it takes to be a professional in the sport of tree climbing. And meteorologist Brittany Boyer returns with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast when Action News comes right back.